John, good evening to you and welcome to the program. Coming up tonight, total recall, why her amazing memory may cure Alzheimer's. House rules, flipping a home in just 7 days. And she was frozen in time, but now Kate is free. But first tonight, the desperate act of an anti-vaxxer mum that set off a wild chase down Australia's east coast. As Yazdedovich reports, it began with a hysterical post on Facebook.
I believe he's allergic to it and he will seizure. And he will seizure to the point he will die.
Cindy Walker is a notorious anti-vaccination campaigner and believes her severely disabled son's condition was caused by immunisation.
They still think that they have the hide to feed my son this formula synthetic shit.
2 days ago, she posted this hysterical rant on Facebook, demanding that 4-year-old Chase Walker-Stephen be treated with medical marijuana.
Because if my son can't have his medicinal marijuana in there either, he's going to die. He will die.
Then, Cindy and partner Mark Stephen took Chase from a Brisbane hospital where he was being treated, sparking a nationwide search.
Australia, wake up! Like, this is our kids, our children getting damaged. If we don't step up now, who is going to? Who the hell is going to step up for these kids?
A short time ago, police located them in New South Wales.
Yazdedovich there, but let's turn now to the extraordinary young woman who never forgets. She can recall in vivid detail every moment of her 27 years and is one of only 80 in this world with the unique ability. As Rodney Lose reports, doctors believe she may now hold the key to curing neurological diseases like Alzheimer's.
When I can just recite the books, such as the first, say, Chamber of Secrets, just not for the first time an argument broke out over breakfast at number 4 Privet Drive and etc. of the Chamber of Secrets.
She could be the answer to cracking Alzheimer's.
I know, isn't that the most, it's not even 1 in a million, she's 1 in a billion people.
I thought there was something seriously wrong with me.
For most people, having a good memory is something we would love. But for 27-year-old Rebecca Sharrock, it has been the source of great pain and anguish all her life. Because she doesn't just remember, she forgets nothing.
It makes me unable to forget any day of my life.
It's called HSAM,
which is an acronym for Highly Superior Autobiographical Memory.
Sounds great, but imagine the worst day of your life and then being able to relive that day every day in your mind. The emotions, the experiences. Rebecca's mum Janet explains it like a hellish Groundhog Day.
I would sit with her and she'd cry because some of them are very traumatic. And then she's saying, she's reliving a memory.
Like burning her finger on a candle at her first birthday.
I still feel the pain in my finger.
There's no doubt Rebecca can do all the cool party tricks like recite the entire Harry Potter series.
She had dark red hair and her eyes are just like mine, Harry thought.
And she remembers events and dates like a human filing cabinet.
Brisbane's worst flood was on the 12th of January 2011, but then on the 13th and 14th, that's when the river started to peak.
She could win most trivia competitions if she cared to study trivia, but because she relives her memories, it's meant she no longer watches the news because bad news stays with her.
I like to call them in myself intrusive memories because I'll be outside or it will be a day when I'm supposed to be happy and that I was looking forward to, but this memory would just intrude and would just make me depressed.
2006 was a particularly tough year to relive. It was when she was diagnosed with autism at 15.
I thought I was broken. I thought I was the most unlucky person in the world.
But then when she discovered she had HSAM in her 20s, well, it changed her life. And she reached out to researchers at the University of California, Irvine.
It's an incredibly rare phenomenon. This is something that we haven't known about until about 10 years or so ago.
Craig Stark is a professor of neurobiology and behaviour at the University of California, where Rebecca is being studied.
You can just ask them about any day and they haven't gone through any clear sort of strategy or mnemonic technique to try to say, oh, I'm going to remember this, I'm going to memorize it. They just know it. It's almost effortless, actually, for them.
Rebecca is now part of a number of research projects into memory, including here at the Queensland Brain Institute.
The purpose of it is to hopefully find answers to things like Alzheimer's and dementia and stroke damage.
The most exciting thing, however, according to Janet, is the HSAM discovery has changed Rebecca.
She relied on me to do everything, every amount of thinking. I had to talk for her, speak for her. I look at her now, she's doing public speaking.
Her self-worth has blossomed. Rebecca is now writing a book, which when you can remember everything is going to be quite detailed. She just needs a publisher.
The first memory I can date was when I was 12 days old and I was being carried by Mum in this soft blanket.
It's somewhat concerning for Janet though.
That poor girl has been listening to me all the time.
Whenever I meet new people, it's a good conversation starter.
Yeah, pretty incredible. But up next, House Rules, a South Aussie couple flipping a home in just 7 days.
This is real reality. The gloves are off.
How well do we really know man's best friend?
Remarkable stories.
As a blind person, I'm not supposed to be here.
The results will be extraordinary. Martin Kluge's Secret Life of Dogs starts tonight, 9:30 on 2.
Hey Drew, what's your cheapest pizza?
Our top quality value pizzas are just $5 online.
Cool. I'll have an Americano.
Smart choice. And I thought I was the pizza genius.
Value pizza's even easier with Drew Assist from Domino's.
From Blakeview to Mount Barker, you'll love what Fairmont have been cooking up. Build now and receive luxury kitchen upgrades at no extra cost. For SA's best value upgrades, visit fairmonthomes.com.au.
Heating not keeping up? Don't run around. Replace it with a Daikin ducted system from Climate, SA's biggest Daikin dealer. New Daikin ducted systems can save as much as 25% on running costs. New Daikin split systems offer an energy saving of up to 46%. And up to 60 months flexible payment terms means you can just enjoy the warmth and relax. Warm up now. Replace your old system with help from SA's biggest Daikin dealer and change your climate.
A dream home, colossal cash, amazing holidays, luxury cars and much more. The MS Game Changer Lottery is back and you have an incredible 1 in 15 chance to win big. The grand prize is a stunning $1.6 million Metricon home and land package or $1.5 million cash. You win, you choose. Get your tickets today at msgamechanger.com.au. All proceeds benefit South Australians living with MS.
Experts now say eggs are okay every day, so you can give your family a delicious meal packed with the world's highest quality protein every day of the week. Eggs are okay every day. Unbeatable.
It's Super Saturday at Myer. You'll find great offers. Available online now and in store tomorrow. Don't miss out.
Now, for most, a home reno can take months, but for a group of contestants on Channel 7's new season of House Rules, they have just 7 days to complete the job. And as Stephanie Piccone reports, there's a new flamboyant judge on board, bound to make sparks fly.
This is real reality. You know, literally, as we've been saying all the way through the promos, the gloves are off. You're used to seeing people kind of go, it's all right, it's quite nice. You know, we're not into that. You know, time is too short. This competition is too big. It's wonderful or it's complete bollocks.
We have high highs, we have low lows. Sometimes we get along really well, and then other times we butt heads.
Welcome to the 5th season
of house rules.
For me, the problem in the kitchen was the floor plan.
I totally disagree with that. Like, I actually can't believe it. You are wrong, 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 wrong.
Bigger, bolder, and more colourful.
But do open your heart to a tassel.
And if you ask the contestants, it can be summed up in one word.
Passionate, I say.
2 new judges.
We really don't care about stepping on each other's toes.
6 new teams.
They start off with all these hero shoots that, you know, with a wind machine, and it's sort of like, and within 2 days they have been entirely eroded by house rules.
Showed you how much of a cup of he is.
There's going to be a little bit of fireworks. I keep it, shove it in your ass, man.
And one giant challenge to completely renovate a family home in only 7 days.
Deadlines we're not all that good at. Harry likes to be spontaneous. He doesn't like to be organised. And when you're working in a team, that's really difficult.
Flying the flag for South Australia is 31-year-old chippy Harry and his 28-year-old primary school teacher wife, Kate.
I honestly pinch myself to realise that we're on the TV show. Like, it's actually pretty crazy.
Snapping up their beachside abode 2 years ago swallowed all of their savings and came with one massive sacrifice. It was literally cut in half.
There's not much there. Our kitchen's in a bedroom. Our bathroom, Harry built up the floor. We brush our teeth on our knees. There is a bath, but it doesn't work, so Zave just hops in the shower. And right next to the washing machine. We live in a garage. The TV, dining room, playroom's all in the garage.
In a show first, the teams will try to transform Kate and Harry's half house into a fully functioning family home.
I'm from a reasonably rough area up the hill, so to have Zave, our little boy, grow up in a good area was, pretty much what drew us to that location.
And in return, the duo will do the same for other teams around the country, while also vying to be crowned the House Rules champ, which comes with a cash prize of $200,000.
I think strengths are one that we do get over things quickly. We might have a bit of a disagreement.
You want to ignore it?
Please don't do this. We're going to stick with what we've got.
The houses aren't the only things to get an update this year, with the judging panel also receiving a makeover.
Oh my God!
This is the bathroom of a mass murderer.
Joining the ranks, internationally renowned flamboyant designer Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen.
I do come with all the Baroque baggage. It's all, sort of Versace and tassel-y. That doesn't mean I want to make Australia tassel-y.
The colourful character comes with a wealth of experience.
Changing rooms, that kind of started all of these things off, didn't it? It was the first show ever that combined home with reality. In fact, I think it's accredited as being the first ever reality show.
Also making his debut, Aussie architect Drew Heath.
I've had 20 years of practicing by myself, building houses, so I probably have some idea about what I'm doing.
Drew is, it's very easygoing, he's very quiet, and he only speaks when he really, really wants to get his point across, which is quite handy around Lawrence. But when he disagrees, he has absolutely no qualms about it. He's like a sledgehammer, just bang.
I gave you a 3. Are you kidding? You know how the judges are always right.
Back for her 5th year on the program, style and design guru Wendy Moore.
They've definitely cranked it up.
And this year the trio have vowed to be tougher than ever before.
When you get the contestants, or victims as I like to call them, fighting back, you're then really illustrating, you're really demonstrating what happens, what goes wrong. Biting back on you, aren't they?
Well, I'm a hard marker.
Yeah, you are a bit mean, actually.
You are.
And to not let anything get in the way.
Cyclone Debbie hasn't helped. Which managed to happen just as we were doing gardens as well. That was interesting, wasn't it? It's like the beginning of The Wizard of Oz. Let's plant that tree.
I think the first episode will be at home with our family and friends, probably watching it, sort of like this.
Or like this.
Yeah, like this.
It took God 5 days to do the planet. So 7 days we could put the carpets down and do some lighting, but it's tight. I'm not sure I'd be able to do it.
And it all kicks off this Sunday on 7 at 6:45. But right after the break, she was frozen in time, but now Kate is free of a terrible condition.
When she turned about 11, things started to shut down.
31,000 kilometres of coastline, and every centimetre is breathtaking. Explore the remarkable British shores.
Wow, look at that!
Tales from the Coast with Robson Green starts tonight on 2.
Hi everyone, I'm Nerida Ford and I'm here to tell you about the incredible MS Game Changer Lottery Grand Prize. For the first time ever, the winner will get to choose between a stunning $1.6 million Metricon home like this one or $1.5 million in cash. Live mortgage-free in your dream home, built by Australia's most loved home builder, or take a huge amount of cash instead. Imagine that. The total prize package is valued at over $2.5 million, including luxury cars, overseas holidays, home electronics, and much more. And you have an amazing 1 in 15 chance to win big. So visit msgamechanger.com.au to get your tickets today. Great prizes, great odds, and all for a great cause. Funds raised by the MS Game Changer Lottery benefit South Australians living with MS.
Right now at Holden, the deals you really want are good to go.
It's time to step up to a new Holden with 3 years free scheduled servicing this end of financial year across a great range of small cars. Step up to the Holden Spark or step up to the Holden Barina LS, just $15,690 drive away with 3 years free scheduled servicing. It's time to step up to getting out there, getting amongst it and getting more out of life at Holden.
That's a great reason to see your Holden dealer today.
Well, now imagine your entire body shutting down suddenly, not being able to talk or walk. It's a nasty syndrome that struck this Adelaide woman who has incredibly recovered. And as Paul Macon reports, she's now telling her story through theatre.
Catherine was born with mosaic Down syndrome. She was, full of life, young little girl and, leaping, dancing, really involved in life. And then when she turned about 11, things started to shut down.
Think about being frozen and not being able to communicate. That's what happened to Catherine Evans at a young age. Can you imagine what that was like?
I can't walk. I can't talk. I can't follow.
Sometimes she'd get stuck in the middle of an action, and this was all because of her anxiety about being different.
Mosaic Down syndrome sufferers often have speech and communication difficulties. But Catherine was in a state of suspended animation. But miraculously, at the age of 24, she's at last free and able to move. Catherine has now written a play about that terrible time.
She can actually write quite well rather than speak. So in that regard, we weren't surprised that she was then able to describe what had happened to her.
Parents Sue and Ted reckon Catherine was committed to putting pen to paper and acting out what happened.
We are very proud. Yeah, we're really quite amazed at and the people around her and the expertise, the incredible skills that people have who've been able to just walk alongside of Catherine's been amazing.
The play is being staged by the TUTTI Performing Arts Ensemble. It's experimental theatre with a purpose.
One of the things TUTTI's really strong about is the stories of people with learning disabilities getting out into the world.
CEO and Artistic Director of TUTTI, Pat Ricks.
Essentially, for us, this is the state of people with learning disability in this country is one of the last frontiers of human rights.
And this troupe pushed to have Catherine's story told through the arts.
And that was unanimous. And then it was about how do we tell this story and how does Catherine feel about telling her story?
I feel a lie. I feel a lie and clear.
Do you ever get told she looks like an actress?
Yeah, we do
Pretty
actually.
often. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, people coming, even when she was a little girl at a playground, they'd come up and say, she looks like Meryl Streep, you know. So maybe she's got that bit of an actress part to her, like Meryl.
I'd be a Meryl Streep, just like Mamma Mia. And the face look like me.
Great stuff. But up next, fuel prices and Amelia's weather.
Drizzle tomorrow with a better hit of showers on the way. I'll be back with all this week's weather details after the break.
The tiny house boom.
Wow, it's huge.
Why size doesn't matter.
We'll show you how to squeeze big ideas into small spaces. Investment property, first home, the options just got a whole lot cheaper.
And how to make the most of the space at your place.
It does look bigger, doesn't it?
It does.
New Better Homes, next on 7-2.
You won't believe the deals at Dave Potter Honda on selected Honda vehicles. Free 5-year extended warranty and $500 of free accessories and massive bonuses across the range. Dave Potter Honda, SA's #1 and Australia's most awarded Honda dealer.
Get ready to be online all the time. With Internode's unlimited broadband data, it's just $69.99 a month on a no-lock-in contract. Internode. The only limit is you.
Welcome to Virginia Home and Garden.
Sea salt concentrate, 1 litre for only $10.95. SA mushroom compost, 3 by 30 litre bags for $11.95. Virginia Home and Garden. It's not just a nursery.
Now you've drunk truth serum, answer me this. Do you only recommend health funds that make you the most rubles?
No, not Compare the Market. Our funds all pay the same commission.
Compare and save at comparethemarket.com.au. We've got your back.
Simples.
Win the ultimate food lover's adventure. 20 of Australia's best chefs cooking for you at Tasting Australia's Chef Supper Club. Just watch 7 News Nightly from Sunday, then the following morning, listen to us, David and Will, on 5AA Breakfast. And you could be part of this unforgettable gourmet experience.
Try and keep up. The Giants. The Bulldogs. Friday night footy on 7.
This Fuel Watch and Weather Report is brought to you by comparethemarket.com.au. Compare and save when shopping around for your health insurance.
And this is what you can expect to pay on average for unleaded. You'll find the cheapest in the west and the hills. Weather time now, and Amelia, a grey weekend's ahead.
That's right, Rosanna, and we can expect more of today's rainfall too. We'll need it to try and catch up to the April average. So far, we've had about 30 millimetres this month, but we usually see just under 40. Looking at the long-range forecast, and this trend is likely to continue. The Bureau is predicting below average rainfall for May through to July, along along with warmer days and nights as well. We're still expecting some marginally warmer temperatures this weekend too, as a high stays over the Bight for now. A strong front is set to shake things up when it clips southern coasts on Monday. Around the country, and a few showers will continue over Melbourne tomorrow, but sunny and warm for Port's game at the Gabba in Brisbane. Back home, there's still a decent chance of showers across the southern agricultural area. A top of 17 is expected in Clare, 20 in Kadina and Elizabeth, 18 in Mount Barker, 19 in Victor Harbour and 20 in Murray Bridge. In the city, morning drizzles forecast, clearing during the afternoon, 20's the forecast top. To boating and east to nor'easterlies to 10 knots, tending west to southwesterly around midday. To surfing, and Sunday's looking the best. Light winds and increasing wave size look set to open up surf options right across the board. To the week ahead, and 20 is the top Sunday too. There's still a chance of a shower, probably in the first half of the day. Then that cold front will deliver a hit of showers on Monday afternoon, so it's looking a little cooler from Tuesday. Will dry out Wednesday, and those clear skies will mean some cool nights down to the single digits. Rosanna?
Freezing. Thank you so much, Amelia. And we do, of course, look forward to seeing you again on Monday. Have a great weekend and good night.
The 2017 Toyota AFL Premiership season. Brought to you by the all-new Toyota CHR. Thrill of the next. Harvey Norman, home of the modern PC. Amy. Lucky you're with Amy. Bunnings Warehouse. Find what you need for your DIY projects. And NAB. More than money.
Your screen is your window to the world, so why wouldn't you want one that's virtually borderless? The Dell XPS 13 2-in-1 with an Infinity Edge display, as real as it gets.
Let's see. Vietnam.
Amsterdam.
Cruise to Suva.
Ski Vancouver. A farm in Devon.
We're here 24/7.
The lowest airfare guarantee and all the right connections.
Best in the air.
And everywhere.
Flight Centre.
Well, it's a city that's had a rivalry going more than 100 years, hasn't it? Left versus right, blue tie versus red tie. I stand here at the ground and I look at the Robert Menzies stand and the Bob Hawke stand. But sporting rivalries are more dynamic. We know that they're maybe not as enduring, but when there's a dawn of one, it is oh so exciting.
Well, they're going in now. Look at them going in, piling in there.
Rivalries. Where do they begin? How are they defined?
One last roll of the dice for the Eagles! Leo Barry, you star!
What makes some rivalries bigger than others?
Hawthorn, the champions.
As the sun sets on the greatest rivalry of recent times,
They've done it again! They've done it again, the Cats!
we ask the question, who's next? Is the answer these two? The Giants and the Bulldogs? Every rivalry has a starting point, and the seeds were sown back in 2011 when a much-loved young gun left Whitten Oval to join the AFL's newest franchise.
Out opportunity for Ward on his non-preferred side. The first goal kicker for the GWS is Callum Ward.
Today, he is the Giants' captain. 2 weeks later, a favourite son is overlooked for the Bulldogs' coaching job. Today, he is the Giants' senior coach. And then, 2.5 years ago, this.
The Western Bulldogs are in crisis tonight after their captain Ryan Griffin demanded to be traded to the Giants.
So when the team from Melbourne's West travelled to Sydney's West for last year's preliminary final, it was always going to be memorable. But what these teams produced was something else.
This will be a fierce start. Bit of a push and shove here. Easton Wood! Sensational Giants get a big goal. Here's the man you call Richo. GWS down by 1 point. All the way he saw. The fend off brilliant. Gave it to Cordy. Snap it goal. Dogs are back in it. Still got the handball away. And almighty Claspo Smith picked up by Daniel. Goal. Play of the year. Oh yeah. GWS by 14. Bontempelli has brought them to their feet. Now it's McRae. He's done it. The Dogs are in the grand final. What about that?
So tonight, on this historic Friday night in the nation's capital, they meet again. It will be action-packed. It will be intense. It will be personal. It will be everything the game's newest rivalry should be.
You give me all of you. Oh.
Unforgettable, wasn't it? Extraordinary. So let's call it the Great Western, this rivalry between those men, the Giants, and the Bulldogs. You were there, Lingy, prelim final night. It was just an extraordinary evening.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? Just a brilliant game of footy, intense, meant so much to both teams. And the Giants, they'll just regret the fact they missed a couple of little moments. The missed tackle here, little moment there, and the Doggies capitalised, and we know what they did the following week.
Well, Lingy, when premiers come to Canberra, they usually don't get what they want. They go home empty-handed. Let's see how this lot go tonight. So something to do in Canberra on a Friday night, Cam, as we look behind the banner. So how are they going, these Doggies?
Oh, they're going okay. They're winning games of footy. The answer to that question for me is no, they're not, but not yet. I think some of the elements they're trying to add early on in this season, and that's to do with their versatility. Some of their ball movement will help them come the end of the season, but they're not quite there just yet. The Bulldogs line up, let's have a look. Couple of ins for them. Caleb Daniel comes back in. Bailey Williams in, and the late change Bailey Dale comes in. Biggs, Matty Boyd, and the late change Tom Campbell comes out for the Western Bulldogs. And Bruce, you've wandered over to the coach, Luke Beveridge.
Got him here, thanks for that. Campbell out, Dale in, so a change in the dynamics?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, obviously we're a bit shorter now, so we'll have to manufacture something in the ruck and help Tommy Boyd out there. But we'll be okay.
Nothing wrong with short guys, Luke, is there?
No, that's right. I mean, I think they've got some big boys up forward, there's no doubt about that, but they're not that big in their back line tonight, so hopefully we can go right in the air and win the ground battle as well.
Did you feel a different buzz in the room? We've talked a lot about this rivalry. Did you feel anything different tonight?
Oh, maybe, yeah. I don't know whether the rivalry is becoming a bit personal or not, but it's a big night for both clubs, and you know, obviously it's great for the competition that GWS are making overtures to, you know, be the challenger at the end of the year, and we feel pretty good to be in that space as well.
You played well this year, but you haven't played full quarters, so how do you get that tonight?
Well, we're trying to find the stimulus with the emotions and the psychology of it all, but ultimately it is up to the players to really, you know, chain those 4 quarters together. Time will tell, but if there's a night to do it, it's tonight.
And Luke, your counterpart, Leon, said after the prelim, we got smashed in contested ball. That's where the Bulldogs beat us. Is that where you win tonight?
It'd be nice to win there. We've been better over the last couple of weeks, but we haven't been at our best when you compare us to last year. So it'd be nice to win that battle and maybe capitalise a little bit more on the entries we've been getting. But ultimately, you know, we tightened some stuff up in the second half last week. We'll need to be good defensively with this fleet-footed team that are GWS.
You're a very versatile team. Have you got any surprises for tonight?
There might be 1 or 2.
Good on you, mate. Love that. Hey, we'll be back. The Giants will be out shortly.
Stop the clock.
make this the largest amount we've ever played for on the Chase Australia.
Through to the bar. That was a gutsy move.
H. Atlantic.
3.
10.
Elizabeth.
Imaging.
Italy.
Italy.
Stop the clock.
Watch from the first nail-biting moment.
Beast your time. Starts now.
New The Chase, Monday at 5 on 7.
What kind of a man would you become had you inherited your father's kingdom instead of being raised in the gutter? I'm gonna kill him.
You don't need an army. You just need this little rabble. You're playing with fire. But doesn't it make the palace burn well?
Watch the new series of House Rules on 7.
Then listen to us, Lewis and Lowe with Hayley Pearson on Nova 919, and you could win a $10,000 Radio Rentals gift voucher.
Radio Rentals offers 3 easy ways to get what you want now.
Wow! I'll say, listen to Nova 919 and win thanks to Radio Rentals. Wow!
The 2017 Toyota AFL Premiership season. Brought to you by Harvey Norman, home of the modern PC.
So what do you do on a Friday night?